Kia ora koutou katoa. That is, welcome everybody, and everybody actually, and that's in Te Reo Māori. This is Lesley Ormsby, and I am New Zealand Māori, and I live in New Zealand, so which is why I've greeted you in that way. Now I'm here for this is part 3 of the multi-dimensional series. I had to look to him because it's like, got so much going on here. Tongue-tied at the moment. So this is part 3, and we're going to be, for those of you who haven't seen the first part, we've introduced Ishna, Kamal, Raife and Anouk, who are 3 of the guides that are multi-dimensional beings that sit on a council with myself, who are made up of multi-dimensional beings. So Ishna is, she is Palladian Syrian, and Raife is Palladian, and Anouk, Raife is here to talk about, he has come to me when I first started doing, on a bigger level, I suppose, teaching what I know and sharing others with what I have learned, with others what I had learned through different types of learning circles, like spiritual circles and workshops and events like that. So he is, like I say, he's my gatekeeper. He keeps an eye on my space, not just my working space, but my living space as well, and the whole property actually. And so that's what he does. And he also keeps, like he comes with me, so he's everywhere with me, like when I'm not just at home. And that's what he does for me. That's his purpose for me, is being my gatekeeper and making sure that I am safe in everything that I do. Always, as with all of them, my guides and on the council, we're always working in that place, that higher energy of love, not unconditional love or pure love, basic love. At the end of the day, there's no, as soon as we put like you say, as soon as we put a label on it, something else, label it like pure in it takes it away from love. It's just love, and and that coming from that heartfelt space. So that's what his purpose is to share that love and become. Eden was supposed to ask me that question, but we've gone into it. Aroha mai, which is sorry about it. He's kind of like gone into it already. So basically, that's what his purpose is. Cool. Anyway, I'll let Adam ask a question, which I've kind of partially answered for Raife in anyway. But he's here and he knows, so we have a little bit of a giggle about that. Who's in control, me or him? Okay, it's him now. It's him.
Thank you for being with us, Raife. Do you have anything additional to say regarding your purpose for humanity?
I also work with environmental issues in keeping the environment healthy as possible, with sharing knowledge and skills through the many different cultures in this world, in this planet. So I help Lesley to become understanding of in which way she is able to contribute to the bigger picture in her small part of this world. So when everyone acknowledges their responsibility to take part in caring for one's planet, not only in the physical manner of how disposal takes place of the products that have been manufactured without any consideration to how it is going to be disposed of in a manner that is not going to harm your world, your planet, your earth. That is one of my purposes, is not just for personal protection as an energetic protection, but also in that to help expand awareness with as many people as I can get around. I do not only connect with Lesley, there are many others that I connect with, so my energy is able to skip around. I am, there are many in that way, but yes, I am Lesley's gatekeeper for the work that she does, and I am specific with her in that way. We have a connection that goes back many times. I cannot explain how many, but that's how far our connection goes, and which explains to her how she has a connection with Earth that is in her heart.
Raife, can you talk to us about how we can help our environment? Is technology the answer? And also global warming. What is that? Is that real? Is it man-made? Is it a hoax? Your advice on the current state of environment and in those respects, technology and global warming.
The latter is a myth, in the sense that there is rubbish that does contribute to the earth being in a unhealthy manner through the way disposal takes place. I have seen this before in many lifetimes, on many different planets, in many different ways. It always comes down to war and the manufacture of now I'm getting quite emotional, of hate, disruption, through fighting and that sort of thing. The technology side of it is a bonus in the sense that the technology now has the power to either override or overcome the barriers that have been set in place. There are some who have used the technology for things, contraptions, for chemicals that do not serve this planet for its highest being. And going back to the first answer I had said, that it is a myth. It is a myth in the sense too that there is a combination of things that are going on with the hate and destruction of the energetic matter, in the sense that it is, just as we are all particles, we have created that window. It's actually of escapism, really, where things can escape out, not so much come in, and it's actually a good thing in a way, because there are things that are coming in from that have been created from outside of this this sphere of planet Earth that you have, that you live in, that are actually created some of that. So it's not only from here, it is from out there as well that has made this, what do you call it?
Global warming.
Global warming effect, isn't it? Yes. So it comes from outer space and inner space of planet Earth, not just from here. So that's why I say it's a myth, because the myth is that it just comes from here. But no, rubbish out there, rubbish in here equals what you call global warming effect. A big hole in there. However, do not look at it as a total negative thing, because when I say thing, I say thing because there is no real name for it. So do not, look at it as a rubbish disposal and a rubbish collector. We are collectors of rubbish in the sense that we create it. So we can dispose of it through clever people that are working out there with clever technology to dispose. It is educating those who have resistance in wanting to let go of power, power as in, control in the way things are run. Greed. That's what I talked about before. It's just war and greed and control mind of people. That's the best way I can answer that for you right now.
A lot of people have unexplainable feelings and emotions within them. What does that mean?
The subject of empathy came up earlier in another video that was taken. The subject of empathy is about the feelings one picks up from other people. So some people will not know that is actually not theirs. Some people do not understand how their energy, their vibration works. Some people do not understand that, like, how emotion works. When we connect with another being, there is a certain amount of energy that one will emanate out to others. So whether you are in a good space, meaning happy, then you will share that happiness with others. If you are in a sad space, you will share that energy with others. So it is good to be mindful about how much one shares with another. So empathy is that energetic connection that we have with others. It's where we feel and we sense other people's emotions. We sense other people's feelings. So it's good for one to acknowledge what is theirs. So if you are feeling sad, keep it to yourself. People say, people are sad. Lesley is sad at times, but and people will feel it, but it's like you do not need to go whoosh and share it with others. And others that will come into your space will feel it, and that's okay. But it's not it's not for them to take on. It's not for you to give to them. And Lesley understands that. You understand that. However, there are not many that do, and they have. When they do understand, they'll be sorry because they have shared it with others. One of the best ways for one to not share it is to understand what is going on for themselves. So it is good to know, to feel that feeling, but not to share it. So when we understand the feeling about not sharing it as in not emanating out energy, we learn to understand it in the sense that, okay, like for instance, grief, it can take us to many different places. And our sorrow, whether we're about losing someone, whether it be death or in separation of energy in a marriage, or in a child moving away from their mother or being taken away. But, you know, there is separation from either living or being creatures. So there is a certain amount of emotion that goes with that, usually sadness. So one would want to form some sort of barrier in a loving perspective, in a loving way, to, this is one aspect of emotion in the empathy side, is to form some sort of barrier so one does not emanate out too far, or one does not receive and absorb ones. So there is a two-way thing that is happening, where sometimes people receive it, get it muddled up with your own. So, and it starts to expand and blend, and then it becomes confusion. So when one is confused, it is time to understand or find or pull apart, question what is mine and what is not mine. And that is the reason why one does not understand, because there's two emotions or three emotions or four emotions or five emotions coming from different areas, different places, that have come together and to make one big ball that's a big mucky mess. So we need to separate it and discover which is ours only, and work with that. When we find out, we figure out, we discover that, we can park that up to the side and start to figure out where the others come from. Now, it's not so much that you push it back and you get all cranky about it, because at the end of the day, you have accepted it. At the end of the day, it is a learning, and it's a discovery that that is not yours. So we send it away with love. We call in other energies, angels, for instance, guides and helpers, to help us understand that, and we clear it, and they take it and they send it to a place where it's going to be healed, and there's going to be enlightenment involved, and it will not resurface or back here again for you to do, as in rediscover it. However, if you do not allow yourself to feel and allow it to go, there is you will get it back. So I encourage you to take the risk, feel the emotion. If it's not yours, send it back. If it's yours, feel the emotion and peel back the layers of where it came from, and find the tools, allow others to help come in, and so you can disperse of it in a happy, healthy, loving way. There is a lot more to go to that, so you would need to see someone who specializes in that area to help you with that. That's all I have to say on the matter.
Thank you. What is your advice to us as humans to help us manifest what we want?
Allow what the empathy side, what has just been spoken, to dissipate. That way we end up being in a better space to create that which what you want. I say we because as a collective, it's kind of joint in another bigger picture. So rather than you, because I feel like I'm pinpointing you, just you. So it's, I say, and for us as multi-dimensional beings, we also have a bigger picture of what we would like to say and what we would like to see, what we would like to share with you. So the idea behind it is about creating the intention of where we're wanting to go. So if you would like to go or manifest and bring in what you want, what you desire, that what you require, that what you need, whatever word you use to bring forth what you want, basically. What you feel makes you whole, a part of what makes you whole. It comes down to the intention of what you're wanting to do. In some ways there are tools to help you put your energy out there. And one of these things is through like getting rid of the stuff here, so your energy is in a better space, and recreating other steps that you have. What do they say? What do we say? Tried to eliminate. It's taking another path. So when we take another path, sometimes the path we take on the intention, the way we're wanting to go and manifest, needs to be rerouted. So, which comes back to the empathy, feeling the emotion and letting that hold us back from, bringing in, manifesting that which we want, that which serves us for our highest good. So we're recreating the pathway on that. So for some of that, the pathway is where we are meant to be. So, and we are not always meant to be in a same space as another. Our journey is different. So we must not judge or put ourselves in the same box as another. So the understanding with that is to find your own path to where you are meant to be, which is why some people, some of us, when they are wanting to manifest, is not really theirs. It's somebody else's. So way that they would do it, yours will be, or ours, each individual's will be created in its own time, in its own space, in its own way. So which then becomes confusion as to why did my manifestation or my intention not work? Why have I not got this? I hear many questions being, why have I not got it now? And the answer to that is because you are not ready for it, or there is more for you to learn, to accept about yourself, about yourself, and the many different aspects of you. So I know my answer will confuse many, but the truth is that it comes down to you. So when we're in a better frame of mind, in a better frame of space and of energy, it is more likely to come. When we have learned many lessons that we are meant to learn along the way, the manifestation or manifestations will come to fruition. When you create the vision of love within it, it will come sooner rather than later. When you are in your authentic self, you will see differently, and it will come sooner rather than later. So be it.
Thank you, Raife. Is there any other message that you would like to share?
Not at this point. We will meet again.
Thank you, Raife. Thank you for being with us.
Okay, thank you for watching and listening. I hope you get something out of it. I'm sure you will. Whatever it is, it might be a telling it off. It might be some inspiration. It might be that, okay, I need to go this way. And it may be just that, you know, okay, I know where I'm going now. So, and it may be in a healing way. Whatever it is, just take whatever resonates with you. It helps you to, in your understanding and in your belief. I'm of the belief, they are of the belief that, you know, we are each on a journey of our own. At whatever stage that you are in, just take what you need to know and what resonates with you. Okay, so we're signing off now, and Raife and I, and we're going to, he's being quite cheeky now. He's saying sayonara. I can hear him saying sayonara. So obviously we're going to Japan, or he's going to Japan, because I can't see myself flying to Japan anytime soon. So hopefully he'll bring me the pingas or the moolah, so I can go to Japan, because it's somewhere that I do want to go. Anyway, I'll stop babbling now. And if you're wanting to connect in a way to receive a reading or a healing with my beautiful multi-dimensional energies, you can give me a call on 0064 021 554 867, or you can email me at inthegraceofspirit@gmail.com, or you can make contact with me on my Facebook page. Now it's either In the Grace of Spirit will get you there, or Lesley Ormsby, Psychic Medium. So you may get my personal page, that's all good. You'll be able to connect with me either through there or through my business page. So either way, I don't mind. They've put me out there now, so what am I going to say? No? Okay. God bless you all, and I'll see you next time.